Hi, this is Renee Hokenettle, and I teach at Olathe South Senior High in Olathe, Kansas. I'm a fellow for Next Gen Personal Finance, and I am 100% online with my classroom instruction and all the resources that I use with my students. So I'm a very tech oriented teacher, which actually simplifies my life, saves me time, and the students love it. One of the challenges is if, as a teacher, you have a computer card, right? So students don't each, it's not one to one, you have a computer card. Well, how do you manage that? Well, how you manage it is this is first have a classroom management strategy. So I number the computers, and then each class and each student is assigned a number. And the reason for that is if somebody, you want to make sure computers get plugged back in so that the next student can use it. And when there is accountability there, the students will do a better job of taking care of the computers. That's number one. Number two, spend the first week team building so that they get to know each other and they're comfortable asking each other for help with computers because they won't know what to do if they can't get on Wi Fi or if something doesn't open or maybe they need to update the computer. But if you put them in groups and do some cooperative learning strategies, they'll be comfortable asking each other. If you don't spend the first week teaching them the different applications you want them to use, then you're going to spend a lot of time later on troubleshooting. And again, just put them in cooperative learning groups, show them what you expect, and model what you do. So when you are teaching, you should cast on your screen exactly what you want students to do and walk them through it, and then give them the time to work independently. This is actually my blog, so if you would like to learn more, project-based learning, tangible tools in a virtual rule, you can definitely come here. You can also contact me here and ask me questions. But I want to show you how to be successful using computer cards, and which also works well if you're a teacher that travels to different rooms. When I travel to different rooms, a different room every hour, and the only thing I need is my computer because I plug it into the docking station and I use online resources. So let's get started. Ditch that textbook is the first thing I want to show you. It shows you that technology is changing and you have to change your schools and your classrooms. So it gives you really great practical ways to get rid of that textbook in order to teach more effectively using more relevant and time sensitive information and data out there. So I highly suggest you read that. Second, I want to show you my online platform. If you are going to use computers in your class, and you should, you need a hub for students to be able to find all their information. If you've ever taken an online college class, you have used Blackboard or eCollege, and that's what this is. You can use Google. You can also use Microsoft Teams. I tend to like Teams because it's Google on steroids and it's easier for students to turn in assignments. So you'll want to keep all of your information in one hub for students to sign in. Now, my kiddos know that their on the bell activity every day is to log into Teams, see what assignment is due that day, and then I use NextGen's question of the day. And as a way to assess their learning, they come in here and use the chat feature to chat their answer. So, number one, it's taking attendance. Two, it's recording a summative type assessment for them. And three, it makes sure that their computer is up and running by the time I'm ready to start class. So each day I come in and I get on NextGen. So I just pull this up each morning. And then I go to resources and I go to question of the day. Even though I teach 3 personal finance and 2 econ classes, I can choose different resources. Let's say that we're doing budgeting. So I chose question of the day. I can even ask the students, which one should we do today? Or if there is a class that's at a different level than another one of mine, we can move on. So I simply just pull up the Google Doc here. You can also download it and attach it as an assignment in uh, Microsoft Teams or Google, but it's not necessary to. I just present this right here. I click present. This is up on the board. Kiddos know that they have to answer this question, do a little research, and then we will talk about it after they have all put their answer in. And so see, it shows. You can drop this in the online classroom so they can do a little more exploring if you want. And there are also great questions already made. So it takes them really to that next level of learning, that apply and that creativity that they need in order from Bloom's taxonomy in order to truly remember what they're learning. So this is really easy. You can always download, file, download, and then attach it. See, I can download this and easily just attach this to an assignment if I choose to, but there's no need for me to save it. It's updated constantly by NextGen, and so I just go to their website. Okay, so that's how I start my day. Question of the day. Then we get into what am I going to use to teach them that day. So then we go to Teams, and I will show you. So here's one. I This is important because I'm able to drop in the assignment. I'm able to attach everything with the assignment that they need to do their work. And I like Teams because anything that I've attached, they simply open it, start typing in it, it automatically saves. They don't have to do anything special. And after they close it, I can see everything that they do. It saves exactly where they were. So here's salary based budget. And I actually went through NextGen's worksheet and I attached their salary based budget worksheet as well as the presentation and a Word document. So I could open this up. Students, this is exactly the view students are going to have. And see, it's got everything there. Here's the Spanish version. So if you have students who need the Spanish version, they can just click right here to open it. Um, and here is the activity. All the links work. I mean, it's just NextGen has really set this up for success. Students can just click on every link they need. Here's one hub that they can do everything they need to without going to multiple sites, and they can type in the answer. It's also an immersive reader. So if you see over here, I can dictate, which means I can talk into this microphone and it's going to type it. Um, and it also will read this to students. It has the ability to be an immersive reader. So I'm going to open in desktop app for a minute. And then you will see that there's an immersive reader. So students who don't read well, this will actually read it right to them. Design, drawings, review. And I think it's under review. Yeah. So if you go to review and read aloud, this will actually read this to the students. So a great way to differentiate instruction. Technology is one of those things that once you start doing, you aren't going to go back. Okay, so now all students had to do is close that and it saves what they typed and what they did, and they can always come back later and work on it. So I'm going to get out of there. Okay, so that was one assignment in Teams that I used. The next resource that I use is FinCap Friday. This is great. Oh, students love this. They get so excited when they see a FinCap Friday. And again, I can just open up whatever topic I'm on. Since I do standards-based grading, I give them the general idea of this week we were going to learn how to create a budget for when you're out of college. And so they have to rephrase in their own words how they think they can achieve that. And then at the end of the week, they're going to phrase how they actually achieved it. What did you know? What did you do? What did you discover? So again, I don't even download these. I just pull it up on NextGen's website, present it. I'm casting this on the TV in the classroom. When I exit this, okay. So present, we've got that. Then there's a Kahoot. Um, so the kids they love the Kahoots. It's already made for you by Next Gen, has great information. After the Kahoot, you'll always get a video from
I'm
Yanelli.
Yaneli Espinal with another FinCat Friday
Hi,
brought to you by
Yanelli.
Next.
I love you, Ellie. So do they. They love hearing from you. And then there's questions already. And you can do a class discussion. And the students absolutely love having this class discussion. And then it has additional resources for you, right? You can watch about a video. You can do this interactive lesson. So as a teacher, it's already organizing for you what you need to be successful to teach this lesson. Okay, let's get out of there. So again, this can also be attached, downloaded right here. I'm going to open up Teams. So if I want to do an assignment, I click here. I'm going to create assignment. It's that easy. Here's add resources. I put the title. I'm going to add upload from this device. Downloads. Let's see. Here we go. Here's some tons of next gen stuff. So I'm going to open that and look, it just put their assignment. Now students can edit their own copy. So I really recommend that you use NextGen as online. You can also put the points, how many classes, just a great way to stay organized. I'm going to discard that because I don't want it. I also want to show you what else I do with an online classroom. So let's say you have students that finish their work early. You can go to Arcade. Next Gen has a ton of games. So not only do they have a game, but they have reflection worksheets that again can be summative or formative assessments. Stacks is a great game. I invite the superintendent in when we play this. Credit Clash, I haven't played that one a lot, but I absolutely love Spent and Shady Sam and Uber Game. And so these are just all great games for the students to really use to learn. The other resource you can do is if you want something interactive or you want to go ahead and have them do some quiz game library, it's already got the Quizlet on checking. It's got a Kahoot. It's got a quizzes. So these are already made for you to use with the students. When a student gets done early, you can always say, hey, come on here and do the Quizlet for savings or do the Kahoot, or they can come over to the arcade and play one of the games. It also has your entire curriculum set up. So if you just want the assessments, you can do that. But it has the entire curriculum so that you can just download the documents you need and you can drag and drop them in the classroom. You can build your entire classroom for the whole semester that way. Another thing that they do is blogs and podcasts, so you can get some great information there. And I'm one of the fellows, so you can find me and 11 other fellows here who are here to help you be successful. Um, they also have some webinars and virtual PDs for you to learn more about it as well. One more thing I wanted to show you, which was cool. Oh, yes, the teacher toolkit. You definitely need to click on that. This is really cool. So, using Google in the classroom, if you're just getting started, just dive right in. It's okay if you don't know the answer and you don't know how to use tech. Your students will. So, we do something called C3 before me. You have to see three other students before you ask me. So whether it's you don't know how to get on technology or you aren't sure what's going on or you need help, use the C3 before me. Students will totally respect that you say, hey, I'm not really sure how to do this, but can someone in here figure this out? So there's Google, but this best resources is a huge time saver for you. And here's why. If you're like, okay, I'm going to build this, here, if you go by unit, it'll give you the top recommended activities to do, right? So this already narrows it down for you. Here's also best for data analysis, role play, math, creativity. So if you're working spreadsheets, if you want to teach that. The one that I really like is I teach econ. So here they have one for econ. but they also have for advisory and seminar. And a lot of theirs is in Spanish, which is great as well. Okay, well, I hope that you enjoyed that. I also have a YouTube channel, Ask the Tech Teacher.